Our next candidate earned a bachelor's degree and master's degree at USC. She was elected to the LA City Council in 2001 to represent downtown and South Los Angeles. During her tenure, she's helped revitalize downtown, leading to private investment of over $15 billion in Los Angeles, the creation of over 90,000 new jobs, and secured over $70 million for park and recreational facilities. She urged the construction of 5,000 units of affordable supportive housing for families, seniors, and the homeless. Recently, as part of her campaign for mayor, she has highlighted the lack of public spaces where people can go and enjoy recreational time with their pets. She produced a video which is on the League of Humane Buildings website if you'd like to see it. She may not remember, but Jan Perry was also a woman that we endorsed for City Council when she first ran. So please welcome LA Council Member Jan Perry.
Well, good morning, everybody, and thank you for allowing me the time to come by and speak with you for a few minutes. I'm really happy to be here and to speak to you about your issues and what I have done on the issue of the humane treatment of animals and what I intend to do as mayor. Now, I was first elected in 2001, and I look back about how the district looked in South Los Angeles. We had a lot of stray dogs running the streets. And I knew that it was extremely important to do something about it and to educate people and to help them with their desire to own animals in a responsible manner. And so I partnered with the Amanda Foundation to provide access to services and provide bilingual information materials to residents on how to get adoption, how to get spay and neutered. But I wanted to take it one step further. So when I built a new neighborhood city hall at 43rd and Central that has a community space and a rooftop garden and a way to recycle water on site and a nice parking lot that is xeriscaped, we invited a mobile clinic so that people can come on Thursdays and take Zumba class, buy fresh fruits and vegetables, and get their pets spayed or neutered. And it's a one-stop shop. And so every weekend, the block clubs, church members, neighborhood councils, nonprofits, we distribute spay and neuter vouchers to them and information about low-cost microchipping. And I've worked continuously with the Department of Animal Services and its non-profit partners to enhance services for the community. And just as an aside, because a lot of folks I'm sure don't know, I've built 2 man-made wetlands in South Los Angeles. The first one was at Slauson and Compton inside an existing park. The second one is a 10-acre wetland that used to be a hard concrete dumping ground for the MTA. Now it's 10 acres, and in both cases there are nesting islands for migratory birds and wildlife. And you can only imagine how wonderful it is to be in the park and to see some child come screaming and running in the other direction when they've seen an egret land, or because they've never seen a bird that big right in the middle of their own community. Now I have to check the wetlands at Slauson and Compton on a regular basis, because every now and then someone will introduce a species that I know didn't get there on its own. So far we've had no alligators, but we have way too many goldfish and way too many turtles. But you know, the kids like it, so far it's okay. Now, legislatively, I have worked with other members or initiated myself. Obviously, it requires spay and neuter for dogs in Los Angeles. Supported Mr. Koretz in banning the practice of declawing cats. crafted the motion to ban pet stores from selling commercially mill-bred dogs, cats, and rabbits in pet stores. I also, I used to represent most of downtown. I don't anymore after redistricting, but before I was redistricted out, I authored and received unanimous support for changes to our municipal code to bar the purchase of animals on city streets and sidewalks. And this creates penalties for both buyers and sellers and could result in a misdemeanor charge. Many of the animals are sick and inhumanely treated. Partnered with Found Animals and the Animal Cruelty Task Force to fund the signage in the downtown fashion district and in Venice to alert the public about legislation banning the sale and purchase of animals. And another thing you might have heard of, I had introduced a motion and it was approved for a reward for the murder of 2 dogs. And it's a strange case. It's sad that we even have to clap about it, but they were treated viciously. I have a history of working with advocacy groups to implement policy and legislation in response to issues raised for the humane treatment of animals. And I am aware of the many pressing issues, including my desire to get to no kill, and I will support that effort. My desire to continue for all of us to partner with animal advocacy nonprofit groups to help us achieve that goal. Microchipping mandate to ease the pressure on shelters to adopt out, and to make this work in all communities, and to make it subsidized in those communities that cannot afford it, and to propose to have animal service volunteers work with every council office to provide local assistance for licensing and to link that to microchipping so that we could reduce licensing fees for owners who, as an incentive, who microchip their animals. I've also legislated against live animal markets, as I said, making it illegal to sell animals on the street. And I voted against maintaining and enlarging the elephant habitat. I believe that large animals do deserve large open space and a habitat that can sustain their health and their well-being. One of the most common goals that I've heard expressed for maintaining large animals in captivity is to educate the public and protect them, and opportunities for animals to act as ambassadors. Well, we have the internet now, and you can learn a lot by teaching in other ways now. And as mayor, one of my responsibilities would be to appoint good representatives to our commissions. Animal Services Commission, I would like people who are passionate and knowledgeable about animal rights issues and have an understanding about establishing public-private partnerships to fund animal rights programs and to serve the best interests of animals and the community and understand the legislative process. Now, I've worked with the community I represent to develop legislation in response to issues that affect the animal's quality of life and everyone's quality of life. And I, as mayor, I will continue to do the same, to develop policy and legislation. And I just want to close by saying I'd love to have your endorsement. My website is janperry.com. Please join me there and join me as we move forward in the fight for humane treatment of animals through the development and implementation of sound public policy and top-notch advocacy. Thank you very much.